Welcome back. This is Stacy with Quantum Artistic. And earlier I told you that I was going to be doing a series of purple pours to test out colors and I can't talk because I'm concentrating on something else. To test out colors and maybe the order in which I layer the paints, the quantities that I paint, and etc. And maybe some highlight color differences. So this is going to be video number 2. Video number 1 will be posted previous to this one. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it so that you're not bored. So just for starters, this is a 10 by 10 canvas, and I'm doing a Dutch pour using a blow dryer, and this is a mixture of paint, water, and Floetrol. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I realized that I need to go get white. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. It takes a lot of white. Thank God I made up 2 more containers of this. I'm back. Okay, so I have 2 more huge containers of white. Like I said, I spent the other afternoon just mixing and mixing and mixing when my dad was visiting because I knew that I was going to run out of white. And the last time I tried doing some pours, I was like, oh crap, I ran out of everything. I ran out of black and white and this and that and the other. All right, so let's go ahead and start. As I did last time, I just went ahead and I actually usually kind of go around the outside edge of the canvas here, but her technique, or Vinsky's technique of using the blow dryer to kind of push the base coat around, is really fantastic. Like, it works really good. I was afraid of it at first because I was like, oh no, I don't want to, I'll blow it off the edges, was what my fear was. By the way, the white base coat is all Artist Loft flow acrylic, those big giant containers that you can get. And I think it comes in a 32 ounce container. It works really good. My only suggestion is that you don't fret when it doesn't seem like it's mixing very well, because it actually doesn't feel like it mixes very well. It takes a long time for the paint to kind of definitively mix in with the water. Go ahead and use the blow dryer to kind of push this around. So, looks like I've got a couple of spots here that didn't cover well. Just gonna glop onto them. There, I'll call that good. And I'm gonna go ahead and torch to get any bubbles out of this base coat, because I don't want to put anything on top of it. Is there like some sort of oil there? Better not be. Maybe just a bubble. I don't know, it's not resisting now. With my luck, it'll have something in it or something, and then it will never cover that spot. Okay, so, I really probably should be more mindful of the sides, but I feel like everything just kind of drips off the edge, so if it doesn't cover it, I tend to just go in and fix it after, if I can. So last time I put down, and by the way, this is a deep violet from Liquitex. I put the deep violet down first, and then I did deep violet, which is actually a much different color, from Artist Loft, or or I did light violet and then deep violet and the gold. I think I'm going to do this time around, I'm going to do the deep violet from Artist Loft first, which is it's a bluer shade of purple. And then I'm going to do the highlight shade, which is this reddish one. Then I'm going to do the lightest shade, which is a light violet. Then I'm going to do gold. So I've still got quite a bit of gold left, and I don't seem to need very much of that. So let's go ahead, and last time I did my puddle kind of off center at the bottom here. So I am going to do that again because I love the positioning of the flowers, so I don't want it, it's very hard to get it even, but it's a lot easier to kind of start from the corner and then go out and then leave some white space up in the corners. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the deep violet. That. I love this color. I want to eat it. I want to eat it. And let's go ahead and put the light violet in. I don't know what kind of a difference it's going to do as far as the look, but the whole point of this is experimentation so that I can have a video reference of what I did so that later if someone's like, oh, I love that one, I want one of those, then I can just go in and try to recreate it. And here's the gold. There. So, and then of course, the magical outer puddle. I don't know how I managed to do that. I just kind of split it off a little bit. Oh well, it'll probably just go back. So here we go. I'm going to put these little red caps back on. When I buy bottles again, I'm buying big, for these big ones, I'm going to buy the twist top ones because these are 16-ounce bottles, but boy, don't I hate having to remember those little red tops. They're everywhere, all through my house. So moment of truth, let's go ahead and get this blow dried. I'm going to go ahead and torch it, and then we're going to blow it out. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, I may want to put that one too. Oh, very pretty. Very, very pretty. You know, and the funny thing is that deep magenta from Liquitex came up through again. Even though I used the biggest portion of being the kind of the dark violet from Artist Loft. Very interesting. I mean, it's very, very similar in composition to the other one. They remind me of irises is what they do. And I love the gold throat. I definitely like that. And I'm curious what it's going to look like as it dries. Because I think that, you know, over time these things alter their composition slightly. Like certain colors will darken and brighten and whatnot. Definitely what I would consider a successful pour. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. And it matches the other one really nicely. It's a little bit more blown out than the other one. But you know, I don't think there's any rule that says everything has to be identical. What do you think? Let's go ahead and zoom in. And I'm going to put you back. I'm going to just zoom her in. And I'm going to zip it around so that you can see all the little tiny details. But it's got some beautiful cells that have popped up primarily around the edge of the gold. I like these channels that go along through here. That's very, very nice. This darker corner is very pretty. I love this dark section here. The other one had a little bit more of the solid colors. This definitely popped cells up when I hit the torch on it. I'm not sure why, but I love the effect. And this down here has a lot of lacing down through here, and I'm just going to leave that. Hopefully it dries like that. Depends on how level my table is, I think. So anyways, there is that gorgeous flower here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out. There we go. Whoops, almost. Get her. There we go. And so that's the result number 2. I don't know what I can do to change the way these colors work. My thought is that I would either have to just eliminate the deep violet from Liquitex, because it seems to be the color that shows through more so than any of the others. I don't mind it. I mean, it's my favorite color out of this whole thing. But anyways, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna kind of rearrange these paintings. I'm not sure how I'm going to, because I'm running out of space here. But and then I'm gonna set up for, you know what, I'm probably not gonna set up for another pour. I've got a lot of paint here though. What should I do? Oh, decisions. I suppose what I could do is do a third, and that way if someone wants a triptych or something, they can buy the set of 3. And if no one wants them, I'll just paint over them. That sounds like the best idea. Another thing that I just want to mention to you is, I don't know if you can see where all this is sliding off. I don't think that necessarily I don't think my table is on level only to right here, because it's not sliding anywhere else. I think the canvas itself has a little slight dip right there. That's what I think. I'm going to tip it down this way to maybe stuff will start spilling off this way here. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let this kind of tack up a tiny bit before I come back to do the next to do the next pour. But I will be back in a little bit, and then it's going to be a separate video, so I figure I'll just do a separate video for each of these, and that way you know, if people want to watch one or the other, they can do that. And plus keeping them short. We're at the 12-minute mark now, and I'm going to try to keep these all under 15 minutes, just so that, you know, attention spans don't get tested to their limits. Alright, so anyways, I'll be back in a little bit once I set up for a third and final pour. Thanks so much.